Oh my gosh, you guys, this is pretty funny. It must be the new moon energy. I don't know what's going on. We just recorded an entire 22-minute Facebook Live of his testimonial, and we could not hear Tatiana. It was a testimonial, and you couldn't hear anything she said. So we're going to try again, and I know Tatiana's going to pop on here soon. There she is. Shayla, you are hilarious. She's like, Ashley, we're not all psychic yet. We can't hear what she's saying. And I turned off the notifications, so I couldn't tell that nobody could hear. So, anyways, we're going to try again. I know, it just cracks me up. Tatiana, I see you on here. There you go. Let me add her. And then I will this part out. So while she's being added, again, Ashley Amudza here, the Psychic Life Coach, and I am so excited to share this testimonial with my friend Tatiana D. She is an amazing friend of mine there she is.
There we
from
go.
LA. Okay.
Round two.
Round two. Shayla, can you hear us? Can you hear Tatiana? Hopefully. Hey, Wendy. Hey, everyone. That cracks me up. I could hear you perfectly fine. I don't know what was going on. So please let me know if you guys can hear. You should.
I know.
Because we're like,
everything should be better.
Yay!
So good you have to say it twice. Yay. Okay, good deal.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, again, because I'm going to edit that part out. Okay, so we're going to start fresh. Okay. Hi, everyone. Ashley Amudza here, the Psychic Life Coach, helping you elevate your life from mediocre to magical. I am so excited to share this client testimonial with you. My amazing friend, our amazing friend, Tatiana D. She is a friend that I actually met on Instagram, and we connected immediately, and she entered my giveaway and happened to win the drawing. And so we are going to hear a testimonial from her. So thank you, Tatiana, for being on here.
Of course. Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So how about you tell our network a little bit more about you? Who are you? What do you do? What's your story?
Yeah, so my name is Tatiana D. I am 24 years old. I just turned 24. I keep saying that like it's going to make me sound younger. I just turned 24, and I am a part-time nanny and a part-time receptionist, and then I also do Arbonne, and I'm an Arbonne consultant, which I love very much. I feel like that really allows me the time freedom and financial freedom to do what I love, which is nannying and working with kids. That's like where my passion is. And like I said, I just turned 24, so I've been a young adult now, a real adult, but I've been a young adult really for the past few years, and I have sort of just felt stuck. While I have a lot of other friends who have graduated college, I didn't graduate. I have a lot of friends who have real big professional jobs. I don't have that. And so for a while, I was starting to feel very just not sure what my whole life plan was or what I was passionate about or the things that I really wanted. So I was just feeling, for lack of a better word, stuck. And I was going through a really hard time. I actually lost both of my grandmas back to back in 2015 and 2016. And that was something that just really kind of dimmed my light and made me just not have a whole lot to give out. I feel like I felt very hopeless and just sad. And it really, something like that can really just break you down. And so that, in combination with coming into this world, which is just craziness, and becoming a real adult person who has to deal with real adult issues, not just that college kid anymore. And so I really felt like I found you, and I just happened to win this session. I feel like it was like a universe, just like a gift from the universe, because I feel like they could tell I really needed some guidance. So
oh my gosh, I love that. And I love our story and how we connected. And I actually did a drawing at a Facebook Live. My daughter helped me, and you had said you were with your friends when you got I think I had texted you, or I had tagged you in it, right?
Yeah, you tagged me in it as soon as I saw it, and I was out with my two friends, and I was like, oh my God, you guys, I just won a psychic session. And they were like, oh, that's cool. And I was like, that's really cool. What do you mean? So yeah.
Like, what does it even mean?
Yeah, they're like, okay, what are you gonna go like put your handprint somewhere on a ball, or like what are you gonna say, like a bunch of like spells and stuff? Like I feel like there's so many like not really, I guess, misconceptions, but just different assumptions about just stuff you see on TV or like read in books and whatever else. So yeah, I feel like being able to go through this has really opened the eyes of not just like me, but other people in my life too.
Totally. So what opened your heart to doing a psychic session?
So I have always been a little bit skeptical. I feel like it is just because of I feel like just as humans, we really let outside influences influence us. Just and so a lot of people in my life would probably stick their noses up at the idea of something psychic, just wouldn't necessarily see that it is real or anything of the such. And for a long time I was really skeptical, but I feel like you bring it and you just talk about it and teach it in a way where you bring the spiritual along with the scientific, because at the end of the day, it's energy, it's science. Like no one can really say that it's wrong in that aspect. And so that really made me be like, wow, like it is real life. Like I can actually like change my brain and mindset, and just by, through spiritual work, which is awesome. And I feel like I really like let go of that just that wall that I had, or that I would say like just that like resistance I had for it, of just being like, I don't know, that's really weird. Once you get past that and you see it for what it really is, it's just awesome, and it can help you so much.
Right. And thank you so much for sharing that, because there are different types of psychics. And the type of psychic work that I do is all about aligning with love, stepping into your greatness, because there's a particle of God within you. You have that spirit source energy, that inner guidance system. And so when you're really able to tune into that and clear out all of the other clutter, that's when you will find your power. That's when you're able to step into that next level you. And yeah, it's not a crystal ball. We're not doing spells. We're not doing
Yeah. Right.
seances or anything crazy like that. So thank you.
Yeah, just to clarify for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So I love that. So I'd love to hear a little bit about your experience in the session. Like, what did you find to be most helpful? What was your favorite part?
Yeah, so I love the whole entire thing from start to finish. And then after, I feel like we had a 2-hour session, but I've talked to you so much since then that I continue to learn and grow from everything that you share freely for everyone to see. So I feel like it's just been one big long session. But my favorite things from that was, not to be very conceited, but it was all about me. I felt like you didn't try to like read me a book of this is what it means to blah, 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 or this is the definition of this. You said, what do you need help with? How can I serve you? And I was like, I need to figure out what the things are. Which made me think like what it is like exactly that I am having trouble with, which I feel like a lot of times people are, and for me, in my experience, I was saying, oh, well, I'm stuck and I don't know what to do. And then that was it. And I just left it like that. Well, why are you stuck? That's something that you can help me with, but ultimately I had to figure out, okay, what is it? And then once I was able to just kind of gather this verbal vomit of here's everything that's wrong and throw it, you were like, okay, this is what we can do. Yep, caught it, and then toss it in a basket, nothing but net. Because I feel like everything just got, like anything that I said, you gave me a tool, a real life tool that I can continue to use and have been using since, in order to tackle those things. So the biggest thing for me personally was time management. I just am zero at it. Or I used to be. And I felt really like, that's just who I am. That's just the way that my life is, and I'm just not good at it. And that's just ultimately not true. It takes work, but it's not hard work. It just is doing the work. So my favorite part, or one of my favorite parts, was you taught me how to do a power hour, where I take my little Post-it and I label it power hour, and I write all the things I'm going to do in my power hour. And it's on a Post-it, so I'm able to put it in my agenda or my planner or wherever else. And then if I make a mistake or if I like have to scratch something, I can just rip it off and then put another one, so it's like clean and fresh always. But then I feel like I'm able to, I don't just see a to-do list, but I see like this little square of everything I got to get done. And then once it's done, I can rip it off, start a new one. And it's been such a gift to help me focus and actually do the things on the to-do list, because I feel like we can write them all day, but doing them is another thing.
Yeah, and totally. We will take the identity of I'm too busy or the identity of I'm too this or I'm too that, making excuses. But all successful people are made in the same 24 hours, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what we worked on, is how can we own our 24 hours? So at the end of the day, we've mapped it out. So we are being the most efficient that we possibly can in that day, fitting in all of the goals, even scheduling our self-care, right? That was something you had mentioned. You're taking such good care of yourself now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a whole new person.
I know. I feel like I have it scheduled in that I'm going to, from whatever, half an hour before I go to bed, it's all about like my nighttime routine of taking care of myself. And like, that seems very extra, but I use it, and I make sure I wash my face and I do my whole process of washing my face. I don't feel rushed, but I'm able to really care for my skin and read a little bit of a personal development book. I put on my diffuser. Like, I just feel so much more present and able to, like, I feel like I enjoy every single thing that's in my life now, when like there's so little. But like, I didn't even think like the joys of just like chilling out in your pajamas, taking that extra time instead of just like, oh my God, it's so late, I got to get to bed, and just rushing. Like, I feel like I've been able to just, you took out all of the extra junk that was happening. So now all I have is like peace, myself, my thoughts are level and calm, and I'm able to compartmentalize everything so that I can spend all of that extra time that I'm not spending on autopilot, worrying, overthinking, all of this other, like, it allows so much more time to put back into myself, whether that's through personal development or like my elaborate self-care routine, which just makes me so happy. So yeah, I feel like just like so much time freedom has been given back to me, and it's not even like I am doing anything different other than spending my time wisely.
And that's so good, because you will never manifest more than what you are already grateful for. So now that you've created space for you, and it's the law of vacuum. The law of vacuum is that you have to remove things in order for the blessings to flow in, right? We got to clean out our wallet so that way we can put more money in there, right? We got to clean out our closet so we can have this influx of abundance to where we can buy new clothes, right? It's the law of vacuum. And so that's what's happened. You've cleared out the clutter. So now all the abundance is coming in, it's flowing in, you have more clarity, and you've given yourself permission to be more grateful for the present moment, and you will never be able to manifest more than what you're grateful for. So you are well on your way. Like, do you see this beautiful cycle? I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, sometimes as a coach, I can share all day, I can channel all day, but you've got to implement it, and you've done it. And that's why we have stayed consistent in our communication throughout the past 2 weeks since our session, is because you're like, I'm doing it. I feel great. I feel like a whole new person. You'd even mention about your skin. You're like,
I could show you a picture. I'll get real close. Like, we got a little situation, but other than that, like, it's so good. And anyone of my friends watching this could tell you my skin is something that I have struggled with since the beginning of time. And it used to be so bad I couldn't move my mouth and talk without my whole chin just hurting. And it all happened during that time. I had just lost my grandma's. I was starting to feel like, oh my God, I have no plan for myself. Everyone is graduating, doing their thing on their own paths, and I am stuck here. And so, like you said, like, that energy, it shows up somewhere, and it did show up. And just even a 2-week difference, like, I feel so much lighter. I don't think I've lost any weight. I feel like I've lost 50 pounds of like emotional baggage and just like stuff that I had been carrying that you don't even realize how much junk you're holding on to until you talk about it and actually let it go and work through it. And so I think the reason it has been so easy to be consistent is because of how personalized the session was. Because a lot of times people, like a diet plan, for instance, if it's not like, this is for your body, you specifically, you should do this, this, and that, it's really hard to stay committed. But when it's something that's so for you, you're like, this is mine, this is my plan, this is my lessons, and I'm going to implement them in my life. And it was just something, I think that made it a lot simpler and a lot easier to stick with.
Oh, I love that. Again, thank you for sharing. And you had mentioned about feeling like 50 pounds lighter. That actually does happen. Have you stepped on the scale recently?
No, I don't do it too often because I've never cared much. I just want to breathe. My whole goal in my fitness journey and health journey is I want to be able to breathe when I'm walking upstairs, and like, I just want to run places. So yeah. I rarely step on the scale, and I haven't, but I was curious because yesterday I was thinking, I was like, wow, I wonder, like, I'm really curious. So as soon as I get to one, I will.
Yeah, there was, this happened recently with somebody that I'm in a class with, and she had lost, gosh, I forgot how much. It was like 10 pounds, I think, that she had lost just from moving energy. Yeah. Because just a teaching point, I believe I may have shared this with you too, is I've never heard anyone else talk about this. So I just like keep repeating it and saying it over and over again. But if you've ever had a broken heart and you physically feel that burning sensation in your chest, that's it, because something intangible in our environment has manifested physically within our tissues, right? And so we feel that pain, or you get nervous. Yeah. These are intangible things. And where does that sit? Right in your solar plexus, and you get nervous and you have to go to the bathroom.
That was actually the example you said that. And I was like,
yeah.
Oh my God. I was like, because I have had a broken heart. I have thought like this physical feeling is something that it's physical. I can feel my heart is broken, but it didn't happen. Like, no one punched me in the heart, And so it's always been like wonder where that comes from. And then you said that, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, and also I wonder where it comes from, but where did it go? And so we have all these decades of trauma that are piled into our system. And so when you finally feel safe in a supported environment with someone who knows what they're doing, it gives you permission to be able to move that energy. So as a byproduct, yeah, your face will clear up. Your digestion system might start like being activated again. Weight will come off. The colors look brighter. It's almost like you're shedding the skin.
Okay, that's funny you say the colors look brighter. Something that I have never enjoyed ever is a bright morning where the sun is in my face and I'm like, I feel attacked. I just feel brutally attacked.
Violated.
And the past 2 weeks, I have been getting up just earlier, not super early, not 5 a.m., but earlier, and I have been enjoying the crap out of a beautiful bright morning. Like, I just want to bake in the sun and I don't know what it is. I don't know what has come over me, but I am in love with a bright, beautiful morning now. And so you said that, and I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Oh, that's so beautiful, because my belief system, God is love. God, spirit, source, whatever people are aligned with. And God is everywhere. God is the sun, the soft breeze on your face, things like that. When we are we're gummed up with all of this, like sometimes it's negativity, sometimes it's just like all of this stuff. We can't even see the sun enough to enjoy it. Like you said, attacked.
Yeah, I would see the sun. Like, Glennon Doyle she's an activist, and she has a wonderful TED Talk. And in her TED Talk, she would talk about how she would, like, the morning would come up and she would just feel like she'd have to like go like this. And that's exactly how I felt for such a long time, because it would be like, oh my God, another day just to get through, it'd be like a reminder of everything that happens during the daytime, which is usually all the problems, like I feel like at night we go to bed, we can sleep, but we try to sleep, but it's just so much different, like when you wake up and you have to deal with all of this crap. But now it's like I wake up and I'm like, okay, what do I get to do today? Not what do I have to do today?
Yeah, because sleeping is, we love sleeping because it's good and great and our body is rejuvenating, but it's also a release from the resistance, right? Like if you're having a bad day, you just sleep it off. Yeah. Right? Your things are crazy, you're crying, you're emotional, we take a nap. It's a release of the resistance. And so when we start, yes, we're alive, but are we really living life? Are we getting out there and having fun? Are we enjoying the sunshine and the birds? Are we like, good out of here.
Yeah.
And so when you're able to shed the BS and like step fully into your power, step fully into like living your life, I believe that people deserve to live a vibrant life. And in what ways can we, like, what would it take for us to live that vibrant life? And so
Yeah.
now they're flowing that way for you. That
Yes.
makes me so happy. And I'm so proud of you, because what that tells me is that you are doing the work. You are an amazing student as well as an amazing teacher. So thank you.
Thank you. I'm so grateful. I feel like I would not literally be here if it wasn't for your help. So I feel every time you say thank you, I'm like, it is mirrored back to you. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful.
You are the best. So to round off this interview, what is one last thing you would like to leave with our audiences today? Someone who might be interested in booking a session, but they're hesitant.
Yeah, well, I totally understand where this person would be coming from, because I too would be hesitant. I feel like the number one thing that I can probably say is investing in yourself is the most worth it investment you could ever make ever in life, because the return on that investment in yourself not only will change you, but when you are changed, everyone else in your life is changed from that. And at the end of the day, like, I feel like most of us, we just want to help others. And the only way that you can do that is by helping yourself. And the best way to do that, I personally feel, is through a session with Ashley. And that's been what has done it for me. And like I said, I feel like if you ask any of my close friends who I've been with a lot in the past 2 weeks, my family, they could tell you that they have seen a difference. And like, it will only continue now, because it's not just something you go in and get your nails done and then it's, finished. It's a ongoing process, but these are the things that I've gained are lifelong tools that I'll be able to take with me. And like you said, like, not only did I learn these things, but I can teach them to others. And at the end of the day, like, that is all everyone is trying to do. We just want to enrich the lives of other people through enriching our own first. So I feel like this is the best way to do that.
Yes, you are the best. Thank you so much for sharing your heart and your testimony. I am so honored to have worked with you, to work with you in the future, and be able to share this testimonial with our audience. I love you so much, my friend.
I love you. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you.
Yes, and to everyone who's watching and listening, we love you too. We hope you have an amazing day full of amazing things and massive love. Bye.